Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from the 1st of October to the 7th of October, and that's for you coming from Pisces. Let's start with the first Sunday. It doesn't start very well. It produces ego problems. It produces either from you or from somebody else a tendency to be a perfectionist. It produces a lack of cooperation from you or somebody else. So you have to be careful how you approach people or how other people perceive you as well. Stay humble, stay appreciative, stay supportive, let others take the lead, and you are going to make your morning, afternoon, evening session for this first Sunday much better. During your evening and nightfall session, now planets move in who want to make you stubborn and want to make you dominating and want to make you take the lead again. So the whole day is where you want to take the lead and you want control basically. That's no good. That way the negative planets have won. So confuse them. Be the opposite. As I said, be supportive. Praise other people. Agree with other people. Let them take the lead. And you will confuse these planets. They'll leave you alone and you will manage the first of Sunday much better. The second, which is a working day, Monday. Now, you are going to do extremely well and attract good news and attract plenty of support at your place of work. You will attract a lot of good news in business and attract business contracts and make very good contacts as well. So socialize with business in mind, go for lunch, go and have your meetings, ask favors, make phone calls, make contacts as much as you can. You got to excite the time, and that way these planets will be out there working for you. So I like your morning, afternoon, evening periods very much. Your evening itself and the nightfall itself has a bit of a problem, because planets who are rebellious make you rebellious. Planets who are moving very fast make you impulsive, make you do and say the wrong things and act in a way which is very revolutionary, and you want to shock people with what you say. That's very bad. So if you are going to behave that way, might as well just go home and be there by yourself. Alright, but if you want to have to socialize, plans already made, you cannot afford to be behaving rebelliously, or the whole evening is going to be very spoiled. Even accidents are possible, so don't drink too much or drive carelessly. The third Tuesday also does not do very well for you, and the evening is going to be even worse. So morning, afternoon, early evening at your place of work, you don't try to be bossy or pushy or demanding. Otherwise, you're not going to get any cooperation whatsoever. And be cautious that during the morning, afternoon, early evening period in business, you cannot afford to be forceful. You cannot afford to be demanding. Otherwise, business planets are also going to be very shaky. So take the soft approach. And that is the way to get into the hearts of people to help you at work or people to help you in business. The evening and nightfall period gets even worse. Arguments and differences are going to come up. Blame, pointing, finger pointing is all going to be seen. And so I'd rather you don't socialize, because in the public's eye you will not be looked on as well. Just go back home, ride out the storm by yourself, be unhappy by yourself, never mind. But if you have to be out, you cannot afford to have differences of opinion with people. They get out of hand and they lead to worse things. And if you're out with your business people or colleagues or bosses, tell yourself you have to be very friendly and appreciative, and you have to be supportive to whatever they say and do. Otherwise, the evening is going to become worse and worse. And if you're out socializing with the people you love, you definitely don't want to behave in a very bossy manner. Now the fourth Wednesday, the morning, afternoon period is not good for you at all. It makes you very rebellious and very careless and very impulsive, and saying and doing things very carelessly as well. So the speed at which you do things opens you up to problems. So think carefully what you say, think carefully what you do. Go slow. Otherwise you are going to be just creating more and more issues at your place of work against you. And in business, be very careful. A mistake like that can be very costly in the morning, afternoon, and even early evening period. And blame will come in a huge manner, and you will find that suddenly and unexpectedly you are in deep trouble. Evening and nightfall period becomes very lucky. You probably may find solutions which you couldn't find earlier. You'll be meeting much better people. You'll be in the company of helpful business people or people who want to help you at work. You'll be in the company of the person you have been chasing for in romance. You can be in the company of a marriage situation which is improving so nicely in the evening nightfall session. So it's a time for bonding in all areas of your life. Go out and mix with people evening and nightfall session. These planets of rebelliousness will try to get into the act as well. But tell yourself all the time, I'm not going to take the lead, and I'm going to be always appreciative of what other people do for me. That would be the way to make this planet shut up a bit. Now the 5th Thursday is going to be a really terrible morning, afternoon and even early evening period. Basically what can go wrong can go wrong. So carelessness, miscommunication, misinformation, miscalculation, all waiting to happen. Deadlines can't be met, stress will be seen, anxiety will come. So what a horrible morning, afternoon, evening period scenario I've painted for you, but it's going to happen that way. And so tell yourself, I've got to meet my deadlines, I must be responsible for my obligations at work or in business, or things are going to get bad, and failure is going to result as well, whether in areas of job, in areas of long-term career, or in areas of business. Financial areas are at risk, friendship is also at risk, love affairs also at risk, and marriage also at risk. Such is the power, negative power of the morning, afternoon, early evening period for the 5th Thursday. I like your evening nightfall sessions very much. So much peace of mind, so much help, so much situations improving, you find solutions that you could not find earlier, it all becomes very peaceful. So socialize with the people you love, socialize if looking for a romance, you probably will find one after being very disappointed earlier part of the day, and be out with your working people or with the business people. You are going to find rewards come in the evening nightfall period. Okay, so that's the way it is. Now let's go to the 6th, which is a Friday. It starts beautifully, a wonderfully good morning, afternoon, early evening period at work or in business. Have lunch with the people you love, chase for romance, and have lunch with a new romance partner that comes your way. Very good news in all areas of your life, morning, afternoon and early evening period. I don't like the planets who are taking control of the evening as it moves on to the nightfall. Some depression, some frustration, maybe the persons or the people that you are going to meet don't show up or they are late, some kind of unhappiness is brewing up there. Some people of the past you don't like, you may come your way. Some news that you hear of the past you don't like, may be also heard. So if you don't need to really socialize, just go back home. But if you have to be out, then tell yourself to be very choosy of the company you keep. If you don't like a group of people, move away very quickly. Don't get absorbed, don't get sucked into their problem. So be careful that frustration and depression can be seen on the evening and nightfall period. Let's move to the 7th, which is a Saturday, and it's a brilliant morning, afternoon and early evening period. And so there's so much waiting to be given to you in areas of romance, in areas of love, in areas of marriage areas. If you're working on this Saturday, very good news in business. If you're conducting business on this Saturday, very good news as well. So why don't you mix business and pleasure? Invite the people you do business or the people you work with and take along the people you love with. Mix it all up and you'll have a wonderful, wonderful time during the morning, afternoon, early evening period. The evening and the night period, the only thing I ask of you is to take the soft approach. Don't be over-determined. Don't be over wanting to get what you want at any cost. Take the soft approach people, approach situations kindly and gently, and you will be able to do much better. So the evening and nightfall period, many opportunities come, but because sometimes of your tending to show too much eagerness and too much wanting to take over and wanting to be noticed is not good. So take the soft approach and you'll get your evening and nightfall period perfectly done as well. And the whole day, these planets who are helping you morning, afternoon, evening want to be there as well in the evening and nightfall session, talking about holidays, talking about travel. You can meet people of another race, you can meet people from other countries. Very interesting things can go on. So be out and about. Well, I am already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session with me, and that's based on your date of birth and time of birth, and that's based on also me looking at your palms, face reading you, and I can also use Kabbalistic Tarot in the 90 minutes if that's what you want. I'm going to tackle your next 5 or 6 years in detail in all areas of your life, and it's only going to cost you USD 50 for a 90-minute session to get your next 5 or 6 years in all areas of your life perfectly well and understood by you, and I'll teach you many ways to get very, very lucky. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me an email, and let's get down to it, and let me get your next 5 or 6 years perfectly in a position where you can utilize them to the maximum in a profitable way. Until then, thank you and good luck.